The next theory we'll speak on is ErikErikson's psychosocial development theory. Rodrigo and Lydia are in ego integrity versus despair, which is seen in 65 years of age and above. Javier and Diana were in generativity versus stagnation, which is seen in 40 to 65 years old. And Norman and Brianna, who are in industry versus inferiority, and is seen to ages 5 to 12 years old. ErikErikson's psychosocial development has 8 stages in which it elaborates the process on how an individual will develop their identity during their life, as well as establish a sense of self. The stages start from infancy and will end with old age. And each stage will be prompted by a crisis, which will cause a turning point in a person's life cycle and will lead to growth, awareness, and instincts. For Rodrigo and Lydia, as they're both in ego integrity versus despair, where if a person adapts in this stage, they gain wisdom, but maldevelopment can lead to contempt. Fortunately, they both have adapted because they live a content life. They're living a stress-free life and enjoy their spare time with their granddaughter, Brianna. They also have accepted to be a support system to their son, Javier, as they provide shelter for his family. Javier and Diana are in generativity versus stagnation. And with an adaptive behavior, they would gain care, but with the maladaptive, it can lead to a lack of meaning in one's actions. Although Javier is having stress due to his job and has financial instability, he is able to still provide for both families. He also takes the time to show them attention, which is leading him towards generativity. If we take a look at Diana, she hasn't endured emotional abuse from her ex-husband, is a strong-willed mother. And although she is not near the end of the generativity versus stagnation stage, she is headed towards gaining generativity because she provides for her son, and she still continues to persevere to have a connection with her stepdaughter, Brianna, even though she's met with constant resistance from her. Norman and Brianna are in industry versus inferiority, in which if they were to become adaptive, they will gain competence, and with the maldevelopment, they can become passive and feel inadequate. Norman witnessed arguing between his parents, which led him to becoming quiet, but he's a good student and an obedient child. For Norman to gain industry, he must have support from both parents, but they must not place pressure upon him. Brianna is an energetic child and does well in school, but she has difficulties with her stepmother, Diana, by refusing to listen to her, and she has minimal contact with Norman. Unfortunately, Brianna has a risk of gaining inferiority because in a way she feels inferior with her presence of Diana and Norman, and she shows by refusing to listen to what is asked of her.